Hey, how's it going, Robert Morris fans? Welcome back to another live tour session. My name is Andrew, and again, I am elated to be your host today. Now, for those of you joining us for the first time, welcome. Now, what is this, you might ask? Our live tour series at Robert Morris University allows us to take you on a virtual tour of wherever you need to see and the little nooks and crannies that make Robert Morris unique and special. And all of this was made possible by our partners at Georama, too. So where are we today, you might ask? Well, I don't know if you noticed the computers behind me, but we are in the Institute of Technology and Media. And I'm especially excited for this one because this is where I did all of my studying. I earned my bachelor degree from Robert Morris in computer networking. So I get to show you around my home for 4 years. And one of the other cool things is I get to show you all the different rooms. You might even get to meet some students. I got to work with some, and one of them's had a really cool history here too. And, they're all going to be the same, but each one of them kind of serves a little bit of a different purpose. And throughout the tour, if you have any questions, you can chat them in on the live tour itself, and one of our representatives will be able to answer them during the tour as well. Some of your questions might actually make it onto the stream itself. Now, the Institute of Computer Networking Studies in Technology and Media is designed on experience-based learning and helps the students gain a very wide understanding of technology implementations and troubleshooting, networking, you name it. And everything takes place in these computer labs here. This one in particular is geared towards programming, where students get to learn to use languages like Java. I know that one might sound a little Chinese to some of you guys, but it's just one of the several programming languages we use to make your lives a little easier. Now let's go ahead and head out of here for a second. We're going to see some other rooms here at the Technology and Media floor. We're going to head this way. We're going to head into what's called the Database Lab. More computers. So the Database Lab is where our students get an in-depth look at different aspects of database programming using programs like Microsoft Access and using languages like SQL. Database is really cool because it's a very widely used practice in a lot of businesses because they need to keep stats on all of their inventory, and it's people like these that make it a lot easier to do so. And you get a nice view in the process. I spent a couple of classes in these very chairs as well, and I'm very thankful for it. The next room we're going to go into is actually the Advanced Networking Lab. This is where I did my senior project. And that's where future Eagle graduates right now are working on theirs as well. The Advanced Networking Lab is where we get to work on, virtualization, cloud computing, and putting up virtual data centers. Again, these are all really big words. But you can see by the cabinets around me, it's big data. So this is actually really cool because it gives you an in-depth look into a real-world simulation of a network and a nerve center as well. So I found some students kind of working on their senior project, and let's see if they kind of want to share what they're doing. All right, guys, so really quick before I join you, so we got a microphone here. I'm going to have you guys say something. I'll hold the microphone up to you, otherwise they won't be able to hear you. Fair enough? Yep. They didn't hear that. Okay, so do you guys want to go ahead and say your names? And so I said you're working on your senior project, so we know what year you are. And then what you like about the program.
Okay, well, my name is Israel Lockwood. I'm working on setting up an Exchange server. It's our senior project. What was the other question?
What do you like about the senior project so far?
Well, I really like that we were able to dive deep into a topic that we weren't taught in other classes. We had to teach ourselves and work as a team to come with the solutions to the problems that we faced.
All right, thanks. Scoot on over.
My name is Peter Buhach. I'm also obviously in senior project. I'm in the same group as Israel, and we're just implementing a regular Exchange server, which is necessary for a lot of businesses nowadays. And that's what I like about the program. They actually have us working with a lot of programs and systems that are available in our day-to-day work that we will usually see in our fields.
So since your senior project looks to be a total success, what are your guys' plans when you graduate?
Well, I'm going straight on to graduate school, but I'm looking for part-time work in the meantime or full-time work, maybe working with network administration, setting up things like Exchange, and we'll see where that goes.
Pretty much the same for me. Work in the IT department for a company. Just get a nice cushy job there.
All right, pretty cool. So all of this, what do you guys say would be the most unique thing you learned in our computer networking program?
The most unique thing that I learned actually came about from the very senior project. Working with Microsoft Exchange Server is a applicable, very applicable skill to have, and I found that very helpful.
The most unique thing for me, I would have to say, is nobody's problem is the first time anyone has ever encountered the problem. Someone on the internet will have encountered it before you, and you just have to sort of Google it, and you'll be able to find it.
All right, so I know who to call when I have some problems on my computers. All right, guys, well, good luck with your senior project.
Thank you.
All right, and I hope the best for you guys in the future. All right. So we just spoke with a couple of students here at Robert Morris University. Again, they're finishing up their computer networking degree, knocking out their senior project. Now, speaking of unique opportunities, I didn't get to tell you one of the coolest parts that we have. We have a study abroad program where our students get to go over to Hamburg, Germany, to learn about the technology over there and the certain different types of class structures. So we're about to go into the networking lab. Networking lab is where a lot of our students spend a lot of their time on our Cisco curriculums, where they get to learn, routing and switching. And take a look at this. No one's ever really gotten to see the inside of a server tower before. This is all routers and switches, and all of these make that internet work. So it makes you a little more appreciative when you get your emails, huh? Yeah, in this networking lab, again, I spent a lot of quality time here. And we went through a really rugged Cisco program. And Robert Morris has a good relationship with companies like these where we get in-depth material and content from companies like Microsoft and Cisco. It's pretty cool, huh? So we got a couple more rooms to check out. And this one's actually one of my favorites. We're about to go into the Mobile Application Development Lab, or MADL, if you want to call it that. So you're not going to find very many PCs in here. This is Mac world. And the reason that is because our students are now learning a new and in-depth way to make integrated technology handheld and portable. And honestly, guys, it's the hot market. Mobile app development for the new iPhone technologies for Android and those new Apple Watches. I wonder who has one of those. Yeah, in this place, I actually also used to be a home integration lab, too. So it's made a nice transition in the mobile app family. Now, our students here also have opportunities to work in programs like our iCenter, which I will get to show you guys on a later tour, which allows them to get real-world experience working in the field on a certain project for a client. And they also sometimes get to meet professionals who come in and present from various technological industries, such as network engineers, administrative network admins, things like that. So it's a really cool experience for them. Now, we're nearing the end of our tour, but we do have one more stop, and it's actually one of my favorites because I get to introduce you guys to a student that's done it all. And we're going into the hardware and software lab. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where it all started for me. And I don't know if this doesn't get you excited about technology. I don't know what will. This is where I learned the ins and outs of the computer and what makes it tick. Now, speaking of, we seem to have someone working on that very thing. Hi, how's it going? So I got a quick little instructional thing. I got a microphone that won't be able to hear you unless it's up to your mouth. So when we want to go ahead and talk, I'll hand it over, okay? Or I'll move it over to you. So you want to kind of introduce yourself and what you did here at Robert Morris and what you do now.
So my name is Jackie. I was a undergrad student here. I did my bachelor's in computer studies, and I'm now working on my master's in information systems, mobile computing. So I got my start here learning how to take down a computer and put it back together.
All right, that's so cool that we have I'm hearing a lot of students going on for their MIS. What kind of enticed you about that program?
I like the simple fact that the more it took you more into the management part of computers, but then also still let you do programming because that's what I want to focus on. So it was really cool, and that interests me the most.
So I think I might know the answer to this question, but what would you say was like your favorite course to learn or your favorite aspect of computer networking here at Robert Morris?
Programming, of course. We only had a few classes, but the class that really got to me was our app development class.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right next door.
Right next door. And we started a club to learn how to do apps and websites and design and stuff like that. So now that's like my favorite thing to do.
So I guess it's a little bit of nerd speak, but hey, Jackie, what's your language?
Java.
Java. All right. I know there's other ones like Object-C and Swift, C++. Again, you guys can look those up. But if you want to study computer networking, that's some of the stuff you'll learn. Now, I see you working on these computers here. You also helped run a really cool program here at Robert Morris. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure can. I actually ran 2 projects. I did the computer clinic downstairs in our I Center where we helped fix computers for students and faculty. And then my club, which is called Magic, Mobile Application Game and Idea Club. So you can have the limited amount of experience in programming and making apps, and you can join our club, and we will show you how to do everything.
Like magic, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. So the computer clinic. How does that work for our students?
Where the students can bring their computers or their cell phones or anything that's messed up and they want it fixed, they can bring it down, and we have a student that's still here that fixes their computers for free.
So check that out, guys. Real world experience right here in our backyard. Well, Jackie, it was so great to talk to you, and good luck with your MIS, and I'll see you around fixing some more computers. All right, thank you so much. So we are nearing the end of our tour. So I was just wondering if you guys had any questions about Robert Morris itself, or any of the tour that we gave today, such as the technology and media, the computer labs that we saw, and just the different aspects of our integration of technology going forward. Yeah. So yeah, there is an exchange. So we actually have German students. Like we said, our students go to Hamburg. We accept students from Germany that come and study with us for 2 weeks. Actually, it was in 2 classes where I met the group of them as well. Okay. Yeah. The University Center is open to our Robert Morris students. So there is on-campus housing. It's actually right behind these walls, right outside the window across the street. All right? Yeah. So you're totally welcome to come on campus, get your own personal tour of this place, and even meet with an admissions counselor too. That can be set up at any time during the week. You can give us a call, or you can schedule at robertmorris.edu/visit. So that's how you can come check us out, because this was just the tip of the iceberg, guys. This was just a taste of technology, as it were. So again, I wanted to thank you guys so much for joining me on this tour. Next week, at the same time, we're going to go live at the Institute of Nursing and Health Studies. And, the Dean of Nursing actually told me that she's got something really fun in store. I don't do needles, so we'll see. And at the end of this tour, if you guys would kindly take the survey that's provided for you, let us know how we did. Let us know anything we can do to improve, any positive feedback. We would love to hear it. So again, my name is Andrew Dixon, and I thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, I'm signing off.